Today is the final episode in our caramel macchiato series. This time we are going to make hot ice and frap caramel macchiato using the French press. Welcome back and thank you for joining me. Today is all about using French press. For my coffee, I'm going to use my single origin 100% Arabica, and it has to be ground extra coarse. And I have here a half-liter French press, so I'm going to use the proportion which is 1:10. Today is going to be brewing using the hot brew method. Now, if you're using cold brew, you can also use the same recipe that I'm going to make here today. If you don't have a scale, let's find out how many scoops is 50 grams of extra coarse ground coffee. So that's 1 scoop. So that's about 8 scoops of coarse ground coffee. Now I'm using here medium roast, 500 milliliters of hot water. Start to infuse the coffee grinds into the water, and then I'm going to time this 4 minutes. Okay, put the lid on. Now, according to the standard, I don't know what the standard is actually anymore, because there are many ways that you can do this, but you normally steep the coffee 4 minutes if you're making hot coffee. But today I'm going to do an experiment. I am going to extend the time that I will steep my coffee to about 10 minutes for my iced drinks. But for my hot coffee, I'll keep it to 4 minutes. Now, whilst we are waiting for our coffee to brew, I'm going to warm my milk because we are making hot caramel macchiato. I'm using here a regular steaming jug. You can put your milk in the microwave to warm it, but because I have a hot plate here, I'm going to use the hot plate to warm my milk. By the time we finish brewing the coffee, the milk is ready for use. You have to push it slowly and deliberately so as not to agitate the coffee. I am going to make everything in takeaway cups. So for my hot coffee, I'm using here 12 ounces cup, and for my ice and my frap, I'm going to use 16 ounces cups. Okay, so this is for those who have coffee shops, but if you're making this for home, you can also use your regular cups. Okay, for the hot coffee, I'm going to use 1/2 cup or 120 ml of my brewed coffee. And as I have said, because I would like to steep the remaining coffee longer, I'm going to just take the plunger up again and then let it stay there for another 6 minutes. My milk is warm now, so I'm going to use my milk frother to froth the milk. So this is my frothed milk, and I'm going to, this time, pour my milk into my cup first. Pour it high so you don't get the foam. And this should be about 120 milliliters of milk there. And then I'm going to add my caramel syrup. I'm going to put 3 pumps, 1, 2, 3. Now you can always adjust the sweetness level according to your preferences. So that's about 20 ml of caramel syrup. And then now I'm going to pour my brewed coffee over. You won't be able to see any layering here because we are using a paper cup. Okay, so if you have any sediments here, do not pour it into your drink. And then finally, I am going to cover the top with more milk foam. Decorate it with caramel sauce on top. First thing that you will taste when you take this drink is the caramel sauce, and I can assure you this caramel sauce is absolutely to die for. Very, very deliciously tasting caramel sauce. Okay, extra 6 minutes is up. I'm now going to push the plunger once again. That's a little bit cheating, but it's an experiment, and we are going to see whether our coffee will be stronger and will taste better. Next drink, it is iced caramel macchiato in 16 ounces takeaway cup. This time we are going to make cold milk foam. 120 ml of brewed coffee. And into this, I am going to add my caramel syrup. I need 3 pumps. 1, 2, 3. You can put 2 or 3 depending on your sweetness preferences. Add my milk syrup on top. Top it up with milk foam. Iced caramel macchiato using French press. Our final drink, it is caramel macchiato frap. So we need the blender, and I normally use the cup size to fill it up with ice to measure how much ice I need to use. I need 120 ml of my brewed coffee. I must say this is stronger than usual, so I think 10 minutes probably work for iced coffee. Ice into the blender, add the brewed coffee. This is going to be easily melted because the coffee is still hot. Add my milk syrup, 3 pumps of caramel syrup, and then the final ingredient, it is going to be our frap base. So this is to ensure that the blend will be smooth, and it is kind of like a stabilizer for this drink. When the coffee is hot, what happens is that your drink will be quite runny, as you can see here. So if you can, use cooled down brewed coffee for your frappuccinos. Three delicious caramel macchiato drinks using French press. You can make these delicious drinks even if you don't have an espresso machine or a mocha pot. Also using delicious single origin 100% Arabica, and this time medium roast. You will note that the recipes will change depending on the brewing method and also the coffee that you use. So here you go. First drink for me to try, it is hot caramel macchiato. Wow, that is delicious. The caramel sauce is really good, and it is not as hot as when I first made it because I made the other two after this one, but I can tell you it is very good. And now for my iced caramel macchiato. The color is lighter than normal because I use medium roast coffee beans. The trend now is to use lighter roast coffee beans. And also for this one, don't forget that we steeped the coffee longer than normal. I used 10 minutes to steep the coffee in my French press for my iced drinks. Now it is time for the moment of truth. Wow, that is very smooth. I would say the taste of the coffee is not as strong as what you would get from a mocha pot or your espresso machine, but this is really perfect. You can also use the same recipe for cold brew coffee. Delicious, I must say. Finally, my beautifully looking caramel macchiato frap. Wow. Oh, that is delicious. Well, I think between the two, this time, I normally prefer just iced coffee, but in this case, I think I kind of like this one. I tend to go for this frap rather than the iced caramel macchiato this time. So this episode completes our series on caramel macchiato. 4 different brewing methods making hot ice and frap caramel macchiato. So take your pick. There is something for everyone. If you have any questions about these recipes, do let me know, comment below. I'll see you again for more of these video clips. If you have any requests for my future video tutorials, do let me know, comment below, and I will try my best. Don't forget to check out my books, All Things Milk Tea and The Basic Barista. In those books, you will find recipes for 12, 16, and 22 ounces, and you can make these drinks at home for friends and family and also for business. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.